who turn to the hotline for specialized support.
But now a proposed change in the federal budget could take away these essential services. KPRC2's Ricky Munoz has more on what is at risk and speaks with one Houston man who says the hotline helped him turn around his life.
The federal government is thinking about cutting LGBTQ plus youth services tied to the 988 crisis line. Support that many say is life-saving.
This was one of the few places I was sent to specifically because I was gay and had a service dog. If it wasn't for those two things that went hand in hand, this was the only number that assisted me specifically with that.
Still get in it. 3 years ago, Joe Gutierrez was in a crisis, isolated, alone, and on the edge. He called the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
For a point in my life where I needed that kind of assistance to reach out to them, I said, let me give it a shot. That number was the most drastic number that took the place in my life to put me into a good effect. That number was what led me to being involved with organizations here in my area who were able to assist me get back on my feet.
A leaked federal budget draft could eliminate LGBTQ services within the 988 crisis line, which has provided life-saving support to over 1.2 million people.
Absolutely. Being gay myself as part of the LGBTQ community, the impact that this will have on our community specifically is just not fair.
For somehow, let's say there's a revamp on the suicide hotline, and there's not a person who I can relate to talking to, do you think that's going to be a positive or negative impact?
That's really going to be a negative impact. I've worked in suicide prevention for all of my career, and I worked in suicide prevention when the 988 infrastructure didn't have that ability to connect to an LGBTQ person. And we know that that had a negative impact on the LGBTQ.
Avery Bellew, CEO of the Montrose Center, says these targeted services exist for a reason, to connect people in crisis with someone who understands them.
And the Montrose Center promises a judgment-free space where whoever you are and whatever issue you might be facing, we're here to provide support.
For now, the LGBTQ plus services are still active on 988. If you know anyone who is struggling, you can call or text this number at any time, or you can come visit the Montrose Center for more information. Reporting in Montrose, Ricky Munoz, KPRC 2 News.